Hello, everyone. On January 12th, 2021, I started a great journey of, I guess, self-discovery and transformation, and basically took a nearly 2-year break from building and content making altogether so that I could figure out where exactly and who exactly I wanted to be and where I wanted to go in the world. And I'm back. I know who I am now. I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly what I want to be. I know who I want to be. And I know my goal. I know my destination now. So, after about quite literally 2 years and 8 months of a break, I'm finally back. Now, the reason that I'm returning is not only because I have discovered finally who I am, but because life has forced my hand into a situation where I am just too poor. And I have 0 cars that work right now. I have no operational vehicles. And I have the means to repair them because I am working a full-time job at the moment. But the problem is that I don't want to have to just always rely on my paycheck. I don't want to have to always just rely on my job, you know? It's like if something really bad happens and I need to get a repair done immediately, I don't have to wait 2 weeks to get my paycheck, you know? So you can see how this is kind of a rough situation because right now I don't get my paycheck for, I'd say, another 10 days. And I have no cars. So I'm going to have to bike to work for the next 10 days. And that's it. That's all I really can do. So in addition to the car situation, another reason, which is more so the main reason to why I am returning, is because my family needs my help. And I want to be there for my family. And I want to actually be able to support them, you know? I don't know how else to put this, but in the last several years, I don't really know what I've been doing. I don't really know, like, even in not even the last 2 years, but like the last like several years, like, I don't really know what I've been doing, you know? Like, it's just gone by so fast, and I have no really distinct standout memories besides, obviously, you know, relationships, and besides, you know, getting a few items, and also, you know, my Techmaster stuff. Like, I don't really, it just went by, and I like, can't remember anything else significant, you know? And I feel like, I know the time hasn't been completely wasted, but at the same time, it was such a critical part of my youth. And I mean, I'm still 24, but I turned 25 in quite literally like just under a month. And it's like I'm turning 25, and I'm not really successful. I have little to no, if not any, money. And I'm looking at all my, you know, friends and everything, and it's like they're starting to have kids and get married and everything, and it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of like I'm looking at life and I'm like kind of seeing where I'm at, comparatively speaking to everyone else around me. And I'm like, like I really need to get my shit together. Like all my friends are younger than me and they're already having kids. And I mean, they're not really massively successful either, granted, but it's like they're a lot more stable than I am, you know? And it's like they're starting families, and it's like I'm the oldest, if not the second oldest. So it's just something I've been thinking about. And, you know, I know who I am, who I want to be. And it's like, okay, so what am I going to do about it? You know, what am I going to do? Am I going to actually take action and start and begin? Or am I just going to be like, you know, someday, you know, like when, like, when's that going to happen? So I've been thinking about a lot of different things. I've been thinking about the future of my family. I've been thinking about my financial success. I've been thinking about starting a family. I've been thinking about, you know, how to actually have a, you know, reliable vehicle and be able to have transportation. Like, And I'm also thinking about, where do I want to go with my creations and all the things I'm building and all my ideas. Like, I have so many ideas that I've had for years now that I just haven't brought into this universe. Like, I haven't, they're all in my head, but I haven't made them in real life, Um, and it's like, my ideas have gotten so extreme and so insane, and I know that'd be really successful. It's just a matter of building it. So it's like, why haven't I done that yet? Why haven't I started? And I truly think that the reason why I haven't built anything and achieved success is because somewhere, I don't know if it's God, I don't know if it's somewhere in my conscience, I don't know if it's in my, like, I don't know where this is coming from, but I feel like I've had to figure out exactly like who I want to be, and I've had to just like kind of create this mindset for myself where I'm just more disciplined, I'm more, consistent, and I'm more mentally and physically stronger. I feel like I've had to shift my life into this kind of new era for myself where I'm actually able to handle the stresses of what comes next, and the stresses of pursuing my goals, the stresses of the outcomes of achieving my goals. Like, I don't know, for instance, like handling sponsors and making videos and actually consistently uploading to YouTube and making stuff all the time. Like, I think because back in 2020 when I started all this, I don't think I was mentally ready. I don't think I was mentally disciplined and fit enough to actually put my nose to the grindstone and work really hard and actually make stuff for content and know that that is my job and take it seriously. I didn't take it seriously as I should have back then. And it's something I regret. But at the same time, it's taken me 2 years of working all these, shitty retail jobs. And, now I have a stable job, which is actually paying really well. But it's taking me a lot of time to go from just the struggle, basically, to realize, okay, I don't want this to be my life. I know I'm more than this. I know that I'm more talented than all these people around me. So what am I going to do about that? And I really feel like going through this struggle has made me realize that kind of reality of like, I need to do something with my powers and with my talent and with my life and with my mind so that I can achieve ultimate success. Especially when I see people around me all the time that are, a lot more, like multitudes more successful than me, and they have a fraction of the talent. I'm not trying to blow up my own ego, but I'm a pretty talented dude. I'm just saying, I can build like no tomorrow. I'm really proud of my building. It's a very, I don't want to say archaic, but it's a very old style of building where it's, I don't 3D print anything. It's all made out of metal. It's all hand cut, measured, calculated. Everything is done by hand. And a lot of people don't do that anymore. Everything's more automated now. Everyone 3D prints everything, which is fine. I'm not harping on those people that do that. It's a great leap in technology, and I don't blame you for doing that. Comparatively speaking, the way I'm doing is a lot more challenging because you have to make every single piece and calculation by hand. So, it is, it's called old school for a reason, people don't do it much anymore. But anyway, aside from that, I want to start with my repulsor. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about here today. I'm going to start my new content with my repulsor, and I've already been posting videos to my TM Backrooms YouTube channel for 3 weeks now straight. I've been posting every single day, YouTube short, TikTok, and a full YouTube video for 3 weeks straight, which I'm really proud of. I started that 21 days ago, and I've kept consistent every single day for 3 weeks. So that's awesome. Every video has been on time. Every video has been me working out every single time. So that's awesome. So I'm proving to myself that I can do it. I just have to put in and allocate the time so that I'm able to upload on time and consistently. I started by waking up at 4:30 every morning to start working out and streaming by 5, finish by 5:30, upload by 6, and then go to work by 6:30. That's kind of been my routine for like the last 3 weeks. It took a little bit of a dip in consistency. I started making videos a little later in the day as of recently, just because there were some days where I would be just so tired, I have a headache, so I'd be like, okay, I'll make the video tonight. The uploading hasn't done too well on views with the late uploads in the day, They usually do better in the morning for some reason. So I don't know if it's because the algorithm's gotten used to me working or posting in the morning or not. I have no idea. But my TikToks have all done better in the morning, so I don't know. It's when I started posting, so maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. But regardless, I have about half my helmet build, half my new helmet, which is starting a whole new series of style for my personal brand, for Techmaster, and for something else. It's about halfway done, and it looks really, really cool. I'm extremely proud of my helmet, but it's going to take a lot more funds to finish, and I don't have those funds right now. So I'm going to start really, really simple from the ground up, just exactly like I did 3 years ago, where I just take a really simple, creation of mine, do something cool, upload it, and hope for the best. That's pretty much all I can do, because that's exactly how this game works. You never know what's going to go viral on social media. You never know what's going to be successful. And 3 years ago, I literally just posted a video of my faceplate going up and down, and it got like 1.2 million views. So I don't know what's going to be successful. There are a lot of factors that kind of determine that. So I'm going to try to whip up something right now after this and hope for the best. But yeah, otherwise, I'm going to begin. I don't know how consistently I'll be posting to Techmaster. I'm going to aim for once a week. I think if I make something every single week and make content, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 videos of the same thing, doing different things, perhaps, and then post that every single day, I will gain a lot of traction really fast. I really, truly believe that, because my content's always done well. Everybody loves to see it. People have been waiting for me to come back every single year since 2020, and it's just time. Like, it's just time. I've had 3 years to figure myself out. It is time to return as a Techmaster. So, I feel a lot more mentally clear when I stopped doing Techmaster, and when I took about 6 months before my hiatus started from social media, my parents started their divorce, and I knew I was going to lose my house, and my grandparents both passed away that year, and it was like everything was just falling apart at the seams. And so mentally, I was trying to just process that, and unfortunately for me, that was exactly the time that my fame was at its peak on social media. So it was a really, really awful time. So I had to take like about a month break from my Mark 1 suit, which I have over here, and I had to take a break for that, and then I restarted back in September, either late August or early September, to finish the Mark 1, I think by September 2nd or 22nd, which is 3 days before my birthday. So I finished the Mark 1 at 21 years old, 3 days before I turned 22, and yeah, that was kind of the push for that. And now it's like my goal for this year, for right now, is to try to reboot my success and reboot my social media fame before I turn 25, because I'm turning 25 in like less than 30 days, which is just sickening to me. Like, that just makes me sick. It kills me to know that I'm older and not any more successful than I was a few years ago. That really burns me alive. But at least I know where I want to go now. At least I know who I am, who I want to be, what my goals are, what I want to create in this lifetime, exactly what I want to achieve. At least I know all that now, because even though it's been 2.5 to 3 years, there are people that go their entire lives without knowing exactly who they are, what they want to do, where they want to be. Some people go their entire lives just not knowing, and they just do the same routine every single day, over and over again, 365, every year, for decades. Some people just go through the motions, and it never ends. So I consider myself lucky. There are so many people who just don't look at life critically and analyze. Who am I? What am I doing? Why am I here? There are so many people that don't ask those questions in life, and I've taken 2 years to ask myself those questions every single day. And now I know. So there are videos that I have recorded that Pretty sure they're on my computer somewhere. Hang on. I'm pretty certain they're on my computer. Yeah. They're on my computer. Okay. So there are two videos, one of which I recorded on February 2nd of this year, and the other one I recorded on August 2nd of this year. So 6 months apart, very different videos, very, very, very different videos. And in the August 2nd video, which was about 24 days ago, I was very, not upset, but just very disappointed. I, started this journey earlier this year around January, and I was working out every single day, very similar to how I am now. But I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the winter. I don't know if it was like relationships. I don't know what it was, but I lost traction and I just stopped working out and everything just ended. So, yeah, and I was working at Walmart at the time. It was just a crummy time period. And yeah, so I just stopped, but I have restarted that. I decided August 2nd that I would reboot that journey again and just try and try and try again. Because again, you're only a loser if you completely give up. You're a winner if you just keep trying. If you just keep trying, you are winning. Regardless of whether you've accomplished your mission or not, as long as you're putting in the effort, you are succeeding. So please remember that. It's very important. But anyway, on February 2nd, again, I'll be making another video, which hopefully will be multitudes different than the one I recorded 24 days ago. I hope to be a lot more physically fit. I hope to be a lot more successful. I hope to be a lot richer by that time, hopefully. I know I will be. It's just a matter of how I conduct myself and how I operate things going forward, which is why I'm recording this video, because this is the first long format YouTube video I've recorded and posted in almost 3 years, which is crazy. That's insane. So the return of Techmaster after 3 years, that is just wild. But again, at least I know my purpose, at least I know my mission and who I want to be and what I want to do. And I am 110% confident in exactly where I want to go from here. 110%. I know exactly what I want to do a year from now. I know exactly what I want to do 2 years from now. I know exactly what I want to do. And I don't mind drawing it all out, which I think I might do in the next video on February 2nd. So I'm recording a video like every 6 months. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. I might record a video before February 2nd as like kind of a 3/4 mark or a halfway mark. I'm not quite sure. Haven't decided yet, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe every month. I don't know, but I haven't posted these videos anywhere else. I haven't posted those 2 videos anywhere. They're still on my computer. They're being saved for a later point in the future where most of the things that are described in those videos have actually come true. So that way people can see that I was planning it out years ahead of time or even months ahead of time. So anyway, it's good to be back because I have a lot of work to do and I have a lot of stuff I want to build and I got a lot of things I want to show the world. Like, I cannot stress how much I've wanted to build these things and, I have lacked the consistency, I've lacked the motivation, but working out every day has helped my mental state and my physical state, and I know I can post things every day. I've done it for 3 weeks now. And anyone can watch my progress on my TM Backrooms account on YouTube and on TikTok as well. So, they have that account has a very similar logo. It has like a blue kind of dotted background, and the TM looks like it's like a kind of like an infinity, kind of like the M like kind of goes into itself, like the Backrooms kind of. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is going to be great. I wrote down a quote, which I will read off right here. I said it also in yesterday's video on my TM Backrooms account, but I'll read on this one as well. Oh, and you know what's really funny? I have it to prove it right here. Check this out. I went for a bike ride to Walmart yesterday because obviously my car, I have no cars. So I had to go to Walmart to get some foot soles for my feet and I stopped my bike because this quote like came into my mind, and I want to read it to you. Sometimes the biggest tragedies prompt the biggest changes. Read that one more time. Sometimes the biggest tragedies prompt the biggest changes. And you know what's really incredible? Later on that night, I was sitting down with my girlfriend, and right before I went to bed, we were watching Avatar, and one clip, right before I turned the movie off to go to bed, because we didn't finish it, but right before, Jake Sully, who plays obviously the Avatar in that film, he said a quote that was eerily similar to what I just said. I wrote his down as well. Sometimes, even starts the same way. Sometimes your whole life boils down to one insane move. My quote: sometimes the biggest tragedies prompt the biggest changes. Jake's quote: sometimes your whole life boils down to one insane move. Both talking about a dramatic change, which is insane. I just thought that was really crazy. That was kind of life. I swear to God, that was life just kind of like nudging to me like, hey, like you're on the right track. You know, like something's going to happen. Things are going to change. Like I'm getting goosebumps. Like, look, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Look at this. Actual goosebumps. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can't, but I'm serious. Like I know something big is going to happen. I know that the event right now with my family is probably the biggest catalyst kind of prompting all this, prompting my kind of drive to move forward and just help my family in any way I can, you know, because I can't help sitting here at home with no car. Like I just can't, you know. Like what can I do? What can I do from my house? I literally have no car, so something's got to change, and I can't rely on my work to save me. I can't rely on my paycheck to save me. Like I love my job so far. It's going really well, but I don't want to have to wait 2 weeks and spend my whole paycheck on my car. Like I need money from somewhere else, so I need to put in the extra effort to work as hard as I possibly can to make a living some other way, in addition to what I have now with my full-time job, because you need both. You can't, and that's another thing I've learned in the last 2 years, is you can't just walk away from consistency and, you know, getting an income and just say screw all and be like, I'm going to just make money and have no plan. You need to have a plan. If you are going to do something as crazy as that and just leave your job, you must have a plan of some kind. You just have to. You just have to. And I remember, because I was devising a plan when I was working at Walmart earlier this spring, back in like March. I spent like 2 months devising a plan. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make these videos. I'm going to make content. I'm going to post every single day. It's going to go viral. I got one video that had like 86,000 views on YouTube. It wasn't even a short. It was a regular YouTube video. I was like, this is it. Like things are going great. And then I got fired from Walmart. And I was like, crap. Like I haven't finished my plan yet. Like things aren't in place. I haven't got my streaming stuff set up. Like I didn't know how to handle it. So I'm like, okay, I'm starting a junk business, a trash removal business. And then I put a freaking hitch on my Jeep. I spent like $300 installing all that, de-rusting my Jeep, getting the freaking the hitch mount, and all for my Jeep to like firstly fail inspection, and then the AC condenser went. So, and then also on top of all that, the tow hitch harness, the wiring harness is like $200. So, and I didn't have any money because I just lost my job, and I just spent everything on bills, and yeah, so. You can't just, and not that I planned to leave Walmart, because I didn't, I got fired, but you quite literally need to be working, and you plan things out, initiate your plan while you have consistent income. That way you can feed your plan and feed your, I guess feed your plan, you know, and feed your mission, because you need to have you need to channel in power and money and something from somewhere. You can't just you can't power a light with no current. Like, you need a current coming from somewhere. So yeah, you know, like for instance, think of it this way. Think of you have a circuit, right? You have a battery and a light bulb, right? Battery, light bulb. You need wires going to that battery and that light bulb, right? So in this case, the battery would be the job, and money, or I guess paying bills, would be the light bulb. I need the job to pay the bills, right? I have another light bulb. So now I got two light bulbs. One's connected to the battery and one isn't, okay? I got the light bulb over here now, the second one. That's my dreams, my goals, the pursuits that I'm trying to accomplish. I need wires attached. Like, I need a draw. I need current going from now, you know, that light bulb to the battery. Like, I can't power, like, you need the input from a consistent job. You need the input. I cannot stress that enough. You need the input. I have learned that so many different ways these last 2 years. Like, I've tried, quit my job at Tractor Supply in 2021. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'll make it. I'll make some videos. I've lost momentum. Didn't make anything. No job. Like, it just, you need to have consistency before you just walk away. You have to. And before you walk away from any consistent job, make sure you have a long history of success with your new side hustle or your new dream or pursuit or gig or whatever. You know, I would say be sure you're making consistent money for at least 6 months before you quit that job. At least 6 months, my personal opinion. Some people might say a few weeks, some people might say a few years. Mine, I'd say 6 months, and it depends on how much you're getting as well. You know, if you're getting marginal amounts, I would say you should be meeting your paychecks for 6 months straight of whatever job you have in order to actually leave it. So that's my personal opinion. Take it how you may. That's what I've learned in my wisdom of, you know, failing so many times the last 2 to 3 years. Don't just walk away. And honestly, sometimes having the job, the sucky job even, helps fuel your ambition and helps fuel your energy and your pursuit to actually make things work. Sometimes having that shit job, for me, which was Walmart, moving pallets for 10 hours a night, was awful. I hated every moment of it. I would literally just have my iPhone listening to either music or listening to the Speed Racer movie from 2005 in my headphones on repeat all night. Like, because the job was so just demeaning and just so boring and so physically taxing while I should be sleeping, and I hated every moment of it, you know. And people didn't like me because I never talked to anyone. I was always just by myself. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't know anyone. Like, everyone just had their own little posses, and I was just like, I'm all set, you know. I don't want none of that. Apparently they thought I looked like Jeffrey Dahmer. I was super weird. I mean, which I guess looked at the hair. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so again, when I was working that job, I was getting super pumped because I was devising this plan. I'm like, you know, this is all going to pay off once I'm making money. This is all going to pay off once. And then they let me go. And that threw me off because I hadn't finished anything yet. Make a plan. Initiate the plan. And use your current job or current source of income to help fuel that plan until that plan or that pursuit is starting to make you money. That side hustle is starting to make you money. And then let there be a waiting period. You know, see if there's consistency in that side hustle income for like the next 6 months to a year. And then consider leaving your full-time job or whatever your main job is. I made several videos on leaving my job to be Iron Man and all that, and it hasn't worked. It just hasn't worked. You know, maybe, hear me out, maybe, if I put 110% into pursuing that passion and trying to go viral and all that after those jobs, maybe I would have had success. That might be a totally different reality. Maybe I would have been successful. But the fact is that I didn't, you know? And if you are to quit your job and have no plan, you better be damn sure you are consistent. Because if you're not consistent and push really hard and give 110 to 200% of all of your energy and essence into whatever side hustle you're trying to achieve, you will not make it. Okay? You will not make it. I'm looking dead at you. I don't know who's watching. You will not make it unless you put everything into your side hustle once you've now quit your full-time job or whether you've been fired. You know, I'm not going to lie. I probably could have been famous again several more times if I had worked really hard and actually built things and posted and uploaded consistently and tried to go viral and did all the things I used to back in 2020. I could have done it again times and times over. Multitudes. But I didn't because shit happened. Whether it was family or whether it was relationships. So, again, you don't know what life is going to throw at you while you're trying to pursue your goal. You have no clue what's going to happen. You have no idea what curveball life's going to chuck at your eyeball, which happened to me when I was like 8. But you have no idea. So before you quit your full-time job and lose that consistent income, make sure there is a grace period where you try to make money with your hustle and then see if you're making consistent income. And just in case anything throws you off or tries to throw you off, any curveball hits you, at least if you have to put your side hustle on the top shelf for a while, at least you have consistent income. You know? You just never know. You never know what's going to happen. And I just want to make that very clear to whoever's watching. You know, I take heed my warning. I am dead serious. I've learned these lessons in the harshest, most coldest ways possible, and it has been an awakening. And I want to pass that knowledge on to whoever's watching this because it is very important. Especially when you have a weird skill or dream like mine where I want to be the closest thing to Iron Man that possibly exists. You know, not many people are doing that, and there's no direct route to do it. You know, it's not like I want to be a famous musician or a really good trumpet player. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to study sheet music and practice. Like, this is like, you know, I don't know. Or like becoming like a great lawyer. You know, it's like you go to, you know, law school and do all that. It's like there's no direct route for me. It's like I have to build, post it, and just hope for the best and hope something goes viral. And but again, here's the thing. Here's the most important factor of all of this. If you just keep the consistency, eventually you will become successful no matter what you are doing. I'm posting workout videos every day that barely anyone even watches. I see the analytics. People watch for like 5 to 10 seconds per video. But I'm still getting subscribers, you know? I have 6 more than I did 3 weeks ago. Like, you know, 3 to 6 more subscribers. It's something, you know? Like, it's still progress. Regardless of whether it's 1 or 6 or 100 or 200,000. I'm still gaining something. So again, just keep the consistency and eventually you'll become successful. I've seen people grow and fall on social media in these last 3 years, and the people who have grown have all been consistent. That is the thing they all have in common. They've been consistent. The people who have fallen off have not been consistent. It's a fact. Watch it happen with many different people. I can name off a few, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to be a shithead. So anyway. Techmaster's returned, and I'm here to stay. So with that being said, I'm going to end this stream, end this video, post it, throw my Techmaster account. I'm going to get to that workbench and start building. So expect great things because I'm back. Have a good day. Wish me luck. And remember to always pursue your dreams. And you, and only you, have the power to shift your life. Only you have the power to shift your life to where you want it to be. I want you to remember that. You have the power to shift your life. See you soon.